Genesee Valley Physical Therapy.
Hi, my name is Ryan Healy. I'm a physical therapist and co-owner of Genesee Valley Physical Therapy. Here today we have two elite runners with us from the Genesee Valley Harriers, Matt Pierce and Caroline Poliat, and we're going to demonstrate static stretches that you should do after running. So in order to help your muscles recover, we need to lengthen them after you've performed with them. So it helps prevent injuries from happening in the future if you can stay on a routine of stretching after each training session you have. So we're going to go through the big muscle groups of our body. There's many stretches that you can do. The key ones that I like and I encourage for the runners I treat are ones we're going to go through today. So the first one is going to be a static stretch for your quadricep. You'll stand and you're going to grab one foot, bringing your heel up into your bottom and trying to keep your knees together. Or if you don't feel the stretch there, try to pull that knee further back behind you. With all of our stretches, you want to hold for 30 seconds and repeat it 2 times. Very good. And for purpose of time, we're not going to go through and hold and repeat each one twice, but we want to demonstrate each exercise. All right, very good, guys. The next one, if those that aren't afraid of being down on the ground, you can use that quad stretch that you just did, where you can lay down and work the muscle off to the side of your hip a little bit more that comes down into the IT band. So those that have had IT band injuries, if you lay down on the ground, go through that same quad stretch position. So the top knee, yep, you're grabbing the ankle, and then you're going to try to press down that knee towards the floor. And same idea, you're going to hold for 30 seconds. If you don't feel the stretch, you're going to try to pull that knee further behind you, being mindful that you're not overextending in your lower back. It helps to stabilize by doing an abdominal bracing to tighten up your core muscles, and you should really appreciate the stretch when you do that. Very good. So we would do 30 seconds on one side, we would flip around and do 30 seconds on the other side, and we'd repeat that twice. All right, the next one we're going to do, we're going to get back up on our feet. We're going to stretch the glute and the hamstring. Mainly the biceps femoris is a muscle that runners get plagued with injuries. So we're going to cross one leg over the other, and whatever the back foot is, that's the one we're going to reach down towards. We're going to try to get down towards that big toe of that back foot. And if you don't feel a stretch there, you can open your feet, separate the feet even further, trying to slide your hips back towards the opposite side. You should appreciate that stretch. Same idea, 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other side. And then we repeat twice. Very good. The next one we're going to go through, the hip flexor. We're going to get down on one knee down on the floor. You're going to try to get your knee and your front foot on a line. And then you're going to try to advance forward, pressing your pelvis forward. You should feel that stretch. Keep the trunk straight. And if you don't feel much, you can get your arm with the knee that's down, you can get that arm up overhead and try to reach over to the opposite side. Same idea, 30 seconds. And then we repeat sides. And we would do that twice. The next one's going to be a glute stretch. We're going to sit down on the floor. We're going to cross our legs over. You're going to try to hug that knee into your opposite shoulder. Very good. Trying to stretch that glute out, holding it for 30 seconds. And then switching sides, repeating it twice. The last one we're going to demonstrate is for our calf. We have 2 main muscle groups in our calf, the gastrocnemius and the soleus. We're going to try to get to an object that you can find where you're going to go against, where you can lean against something, keeping the knee straight. That one's going to stretch your gastrocnemius. Holding this one for 30 seconds. Your gastrocnemius is a muscle that helps you more with speed or jumping. And then we would switch, and we would do 30 seconds on the other. The soleus gets stretched with your knee when it's bent. So trying to bend that back leg, keeping that heel down on the ground. Those that have a tight lower calf muscle, that soleus. The soleus is a muscle that's used more for endurance running. So as a runner, that would be a great muscle to make sure you have the flexibility of both, the gastrocnemius and the soleus. Very good. And again, we would do 2 for 30 seconds on each leg. Most of us taking the time to do a static cool down stretch is where we'll, if we're in training, trying to get through a quick workout, we'll lose focus of static stretches, but they're very important in terms of the injury prevention and trying to help your muscle recover after you've just trained it. So taking the time, 5-10 minutes after you go through a run, focus on those muscles that really need it, that are tight, that you know of, and it'll help you prevent those injuries from plaguing you in the future. Thank you.
Genesee Valley Physical Therapy.